Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today, I wanted to sort of take the time to go over the Burning Crusade and sort of what you can expect, and most importantly, how you can prepare for it. So I'm going to give you guys the top 5 things that you can sort of do, learn, sort of everything that you can gather in a sense for the Burning Crusade, what's to come, what you need to prepare for, and all of that. So first off, before we get into that, we have the question of the day. What are you guys going to do? Are you going to stay in Classic? Are you going to proceed to the Burning Crusade? Or are you going to utilize that copy feature? However, you know, obviously it does cost money, which kind of sucks, and sort of try to do both. Me personally, I'm going into the Burning Crusade. I maybe might copy my mage if I have a lot of people playing Classic, but I mean, I took the break because I was sort of burnt out on Classic in a way. I didn't really have much to sort of cover and talk about, and I was sort of running out of time with that, so it made me want to go into take a break and then come back, find my love for the game, and then I'm so happy for Burning Crusade. I can't reiterate that enough, and what's to come with that. So anyway, let's get into the video. So the first thing that I think is the most important is professions. So TBC, almost all of the best gear come tier 4 is from crafting. Whether you're any of the cloth people, hunters, it just really is crafted by your profession. So like mages are going to focus a lot on spell weave cloth, okay? And so that is how you make it. There's a process into that. We'll get way more in depth, in detail, but sort of researching these professions, what you're going to need, and sort of developing a plan to tackle that. Like I'm obviously a very profession focused person, so I pretty much have at least one of everything I'm gonna need. Like I already have tailoring, enchanting on my mage, my warrior has mining, blacksmithing, and my priest has alchemy, herbalism. What I plan on doing is once the pre-patch is announced and we get a druid, I'm gonna boost the druid to 58 and then sort of mine and herb on that druid. Because they're really good with flight form to gather. Obviously, you're going to want to give them the, it's a 5k investment, but I think it'll definitely pay off when you're getting lots of ore and herbs. And then I might also, level a paladin, make him a jewel crafter, and probably a blacksmith for the weapon, etc. But we'll just see where I go, how ambitious I feel like doing, but sort of planning out those professions are huge. And honestly, since I'm doing the druid, I might drop mining and herb on the other two and make them either tailors or alchemists, just to get more cooldowns, because you're going to be getting primal mites, you're going to be making spell weave, shadow weave, and imbued mooncloth, depending on what you need. And that gear is so good. It's kind of crazy. That's sort of the tailoring and cloth side of it, but definitely look into it and see what you need to get with your people. And that's something that I'll go into more detail when the beta comes out and when I can. Next, we have alts. So along with the professions, obviously the best people on the server, richest people, they're literally going to have all level 60 to 70 alts, 10 plus, whatever you're going to make. We get another character slot, so you can have 10 per server with paladin / shaman. So everyone's just gonna mix all those alts, get them leveled up. 60 is the minimum to sort of go into the outland type of tailoring and things. But if you want to do quests and specialize, so you can make even more of those, you're gonna want to. I think it's like 64, 66 is when you can first do it. But it's sort of plan those alts out, plan what you want to do with. It goes along with professions, and those alts will sort of help you out a lot when you're trying to get that gear, because with gold going forward and them not making any changes, it's going to be a crazy ride, and we're going to see lots of consumables going way up to the moon, or just all over the place. So that brings us to the next one of gold. So, as I said just a moment ago, gold is not going to, they're planning no changes towards it right now. So people can go in with 10k, 30k, hundreds of K, like however many they have. My recommendation is sort of, I posted the best phase 6 farm guides, but I plan on doing a market review tomorrow just sort of to cover all this, because my server has been crazy. Like with the announcement, so many things skyrocketed. Everything is selling so fast. It's actually kind of nuts. But I would at least recommend that you have 5k gold going into it so you can get your epic flying. It is a huge need. I would probably recommend at least 6k, honestly, to give you buy the normal flying and then move in. And as TBC was announced, normal flying is actually slower than your mount. So you're going to be on your ground mount for a while, and then you're going to then, like if you want to go to TBC or something like that, you get on your flying mount and fly over, because until you get epic flying at 280, it's going to be really slow. But epic flying is a huge game changer, and you want to try your best to save as much gold as possible. But right now, there are a lot of things that you can do. You can practically do anything in the game and make a decent amount of gold, because everything is sell. People are buying like crazy. Even the lower level mats, things you've been saving on your bank, you're like, oh, I don't need this. You can make a true fortune right now, especially if you have a bunch. One of the last things, number 4, is going to be a leveling plan. So what I mean by that is sort of, one, if you haven't done Burning Crusade at all, have pretty much zero knowledge of it, I would strongly recommend hopping on retail and sort of doing the Chromie time with that, going into Burning Crusade, getting experience with that, because the quests there are the same. Burning Crusade, for my tests and Chromie time on retail, it was actually the slowest one by a lot to sort of level up all the way. It's just dated, if that makes sense. It's a lot of grinding. Quests don't give you too much. But we will sort of see. And with Burning Crusade, dungeons have attunements as well. And because of that, that means you have to sort of grind out rep, doing quests, doing dungeons, doing all sorts of those things. And because of that, that kind of throws a damper in things. And they did say that they're keeping the original attunements intact, which means you will be revered to get them instead of honored. Although they did say it's the patch 2.4, they're going with the revered from what I heard. Now that is something that, is a bit... I don't know how to feel about that. I didn't have it either way, because I didn't really play Burning Crusade. Like, I went from Classic, played through BC, then went into Wrath back in the day. Like, I didn't really play BC at max level ever. So, it's kind of crazy. But then the final one that you guys are going to have to make, and this choice it's not too impactful. It's just mainly picking PvE or PvP. While yes, you can do both, there are distinct advantages you get by your professions, by your gearing, by what you decide to focus on, more than the other with PvE and PvP. So I would recommend that you pick one for a character. In Classic, you really could do all, like raiding was your gear, and then until you got to the highest peaks, you would use PvP gear. And even some PvE gear, like trinkets and weapons and things like that, are used in PvP. So it's a bit different in Burning Crusade. Obviously, the gear can be used either way once we get up there, but it's sort of picking what you can do with that, and researching a lot of the OP things. Like Resto Druids are insane. Frost Mages are really good early on before people start to get PvP resilience. Rogues are kind of broken too because of that. You can go into the first season as Frost Mage and Rogue and just kind of demolish everything, because no one is going to have resilience, so you'll have endless amounts of freezes and stuns, and you can pretty much just nuke people. Resto Druids are insane, especially as I mentioned, if you're making one for professions, you enjoy PvP, gear it up, have fun with that. You have a great farmer as well as a great PvPer, so... yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this overview. These are probably the top 5 things that I've thought of. If you think I missed anything or you have any comments, please let me know. Obviously, I can go into much more detail on all these things. It's just really hard to without having the real beta or any type of official content released. Obviously, there are private servers, but those are kind of looked down upon when you are putting things on YouTube, and you can definitely get flagged for that. So that's not what I'm trying to do at all. So it's just a lot of sort of Googling and research that I've done to sort of get these tips right now for you, and I look forward to diving in so much deeper when we get the opportunity to. So anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. It truly means a lot to me. If you happen to find anyone that you know would also benefit from watching this video, please share it with them. It helps me out a ton and allows me to keep doing what I love every single day, and that is gaming and sort of helping people any way that I can. So finally, thank you so much, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Goodbye.